I go by Romey. Just play Valorant.
Speaking about trips, this is a reach. 90K.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal.
I am on the path to immortality. 5 mans deep, and we stopping on the enemy. Yo.
This guy said the Blue Jays don't have a real guy. Vladimir
Guerrero
Jr.
Yeah. All I hear is Boston beat us, Celtics beat us,
Vladimir
Bruins
Guerrero
beat us.
Jr.
And now the
George Springer. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
Never.
Hello everybody, welcome to the very first episode of Spike Talk with Negate and Rizzy Moves. I'm Negate. This is Mr. Rizzy Moves.
Yes.
And this is our very first episode.
Woo!
Let's go.
Blood's boiling. It's all mine, bro. I don't know. I would not want to be sitting on that couch.
This is a good
right
intro.
now,
I like that
bro.
intro.
I'd be so mad right now.
Okay, cool. Anyway, so Spike Talk is first time watching. Well, I mean, definitely is because it's our first episode. We're gonna talk everything Valorant esports, and the game itself. We also have a special guest today. He's in the building. Give it up to Romey9. He's in the building somewhere. He's here. So we're gonna talk to him in a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit about Valorant esports in general. And I know you've been watching. I've been watching a little bit. VCT. Yeah, what do you think? Big takeaways?
Big takeaways?
Yep.
I'll start with one very glaring concern, even though it's very early. The guard may have peaked.
Right. Oh, right. Against Optic
And
Thieves.
that could have been, a result of their LAN experience at Masters.
Right.
Or maybe teams have just gotten better. Or 100 Thieves are having their honeymoon phase, which they look really good, by the way.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe the guard might not be as good as they once were tooted out to be. Or
I did see what's his name, Net on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Net's been very vocal on Twitter of him being like, sorry guys, messing up, and I think that's like the lack of experience. They're all young,
yeah.
and I think you hit it right in the head. Like, they look like they peaked, but I definitely think they still have a lot of potential. Like, they're still a really good team. Probably one of the maybe top 3 still in the NA, but I think the experience really killing them.
Yeah, for sure. Like the whole net twit longer thing.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell.
Like
the age.
even the fact that you're putting that out like that. Professionals don't need to put that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you take it as it is and you move on.
You move on, you start again.
Right. Putting a twit longer kind of means like I'm still kind of lingering there, you know?
So like you're experiencing the ups and the downs, and like you're kind of like what they say, you don't get too high, you don't get too low on your wins and your losses. But right now they've gotten too high on the losses, and then they've gotten too low on the losses. I wouldn't say too high on the wins though. I think going into champion or Masters, they were, I guess they acknowledged the fact that this is their first LAN experience, and that would be their weakness. But maybe because they acknowledged it to that degree, they listened in to that inexperience a little bit more, and they crumbled at Masters.
Right. Yeah.
They crumbled.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's unfortunate. But then also speaking of Masters, Optic still looking like the best.
Oh.
They beat FaZe 2-0. I think that was 2-0 FaZe.
2-0.
Yeah, even FaZe look kind of good. I like the new team FaZe has, but Optic just showing once again they're the best team in the world.
It's that map one. That map one.
Right.
Oh man, just absolute domination from the reigning Masters 1 Reykjavik champions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still. Yeah, I agree. They're still the best in the world. Their execution, their utility usage. This was one point in Fracture where they saw everybody come up and they trapped them inside of the site. Marv just hit the orbital strike. It's just over from there. Crashy's B tower, throw that pop flash. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. It was like, wow, this is what the best in the world looks like, and we have them here in NA.
And I think Marv, what's it called? I thought he was okay before, but Marv since Masters has just been
clutch.
He's had his Fred Van Vliet moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I kind of saw him. He was a good guy, but he wasn't like the best on the team, like you know. But then since Masters and even till now, like he's showing that like he's legit.
Yeah.
And I think with him getting better, Crashies and the whole squad, Optic's unbeatable. Well, they're looking like unbeatable. They're the team to beat. And I think they're dope. Who else was there? VCT 100 Thieves, like what you said. I think Sean Garris and DDK picked up some good guys.
Finally have structure. That's the thing. There's
Yes,
something in place. There's an infrastructure
Right,
they can play around with, not just from the management perspective, but even within the teams, the roles are defined.
Right.
Like,
I think Senitinels is like looking for something like that. Oh, yeah, what do you think of Kentucky? I wanted to talk about that. Do you like him?
He's had really good moments. Like he had a really good flick in Challengers 2 qual on on Icebox, that was
Was
disgusting.
that against his former team?
That was against a crew, yeah. So
Right,
he
right, right.
killed somebody coming down screens and then immediately flicked onto top site. I was like, wow, that's ridiculous.
Is that what Gucci on the team? Is that Gucci?
Yeah, that's Guck.
That's
That's our boy Guck.
Shout to Bambino.
Shout out to Together We Are Terrific. Guck 107.
Guk 107, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Gucci's team.
Right.
The crew looks solid. Unfortunately, they ran into a better version of the Sentinels, which they have been looking better.
Right.
Still not great.
You think this is better than Zoms?
It's tough to say because Zoms is a really good controller player.
Right.
Sick is a flex player for sure. He can play the controller role to the Sentinel role on Split, to the Duelist role on Bind, but Zoms is like your de facto controller. And maybe there are instances where Tenz might be the issue. That's a hot take, but
yeah.
there have been a lot of conversation that Sentinel's better off without Tenz. And it's tough to say because Tenz is like a world-renowned superstar in the game of Valorant.
Right.
Like, he's a big brand. He's really good mechanically. But some of the decision-making that he makes is a little bit too reckless.
Right. It's like a superstar issue. You know, when you have a superstar on the team,
Yeah.
it's like you are around him, but if he's not on, I mean, the whole team
is kind of
Yeah.
But even like the recklessness with how he uses his dashes, like you just dash it and go in.
Right.
The issue is that that's who Tenz is. You have to take Tenz as who he is.
Right.
And if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, or if he's making really boneheaded mistakes, then the team will, like what you said, it'll crumble. But that's part of who he is. That's what makes him so good.
You got to play with that.
You have to, yeah. That's like a Russell Westbrook.
Right.
It's exactly like a Russ. I don't want to compare Tenz to Russ, but I mean, Russ is like, you have to let him be Russ.
Yeah, exactly. You can't, like, he's still a superstar.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to take it, like, regardless if he's
Yeah,
doing
you
good
have to
or bad.
live with the results because that's what
exactly.
makes him good.
Yeah, that team sucks though, but I mean,
That is, they do.
yeah,
But,
that might have been the worst trade in NBA history. But okay, it's
But-
an NBA podcast. It's not
yeah,
NBA podcast.
it's not NBA podcast, nonetheless. What about you? Your surprising takeaways, other than the teams that we've mentioned. Anybody that's just kind of
Well, as of today, obviously it's still going on. Again, I do like 100 Thieves. I think that's interesting. I want to know. I haven't watched them enough of FaZe, but I think they changed how many of their players? That's a whole new roster.
They almost basically overhauled their roster. They took because
It's like Superman.
Rise
Right.
from an organizational standpoint fell apart. They took 2 players from Rise, I think. Dicey and Baby B were the only holdovers from last from their last roster. So Superman, Poised. I'm missing one more.
It's Poach.
Poach, thank you.
Poach. Is that Fortnite Poach?
Yeah.
It's Fortnite
Oh
Poach.
shit!
Fortnite
Shout out Fortnite Poach.
He played for
Let's
BBG
go.
for a while,
Okay.
and then now he's on FaZe. So
Where's
Poach.
Where's P-Som nowadays?
Oh, fuck no.
He said he's for the guard, but I think he's either 6-man or bench.
Yeah, that
He
guy's
should go
not
back
good.
to Fortnite.
That guy's not good. Peace out.
I mean, he was
That
a
guy
good.
sucks in general. He has
Yeah, Jules has a very
That
good.
guy won like $1 million third place
Yeah.
Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, by being in the hamster ball.
Yeah, Jules got a very, very negative connotation
I like
towards that
P-Som,
guy.
bro. P-Som's my guy.
He won,
Yeah.
he won more money than Tfue, bro. My God, my dog.
Oh,
I'm actually so mad.
I mean, you can kind of say he's a better Fortnite player than Tfue.
Okay, relax.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
Nah, bro.
Okay,
Nah,
but anyway,
bro.
yeah. Since it's only week 1, I don't have a lot of takeaways, but I would say I want to see what Ghost Gaming does.
Yeah.
Because there's some teams who is like their first time coming in. I think there's
Yeah.
Ghost Gaming. I think there's another team because Rise isn't in and Knights aren't in.
TSM.
TSM.
The most polarizing
Yes,
esports
yes.
organization in all of esports.
Yes,
And
yes,
then you
yes.
have the best Mickey Mouse team in the world
Right,
in
right,
Ghost
right.
Gaming.
Yeah, those two. I'm very. I don't know if it's a takeaway, but I want to see more of what they have, and I think it's gonna be interesting to watch like the next few weeks.
Bro, this iteration of TSM is really good.
Yeah, no, I think so.
The
Like,
chemistry's there.
yeah, it looks complete. I want to say complete, but it looks like it's there. Like what you're saying, the chemistry is there, as opposed to the last iterations where it looked like not much was really happening, right?
It's yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. If that's I guess my takeaway from being someone who doesn't really watch as much, but
Speaking of that,
yes.
you've been watching a little bit more Valorant. You came from a COD background.
Very much
How
so.
has that journey been? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the game a lot more than you think you would?
Yes, I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. I think maybe before I didn't enjoy it as much because I didn't know the intricacies and I didn't really take the time to learn like the plays. Like it's like, oh, like if the guy's in the corner, you do this or you do that. I think before I just played it like how I would play COD. I would just like run in and just shoot around, right? But then once I started like learning like, oh, like this guy has flashes, how do you counter flashes or smokes, and like learning all the little things. I think once you got, and that's like what we talked about. Every move you make, there's like invokes a reaction. Yeah, exactly. Right? So it's like it's like chess, just reactions versus reactions. And once I started getting that in my head, where it's like it's like chess, it's like fighting, which like I'm a fighter. So it's like once I started thinking of that aspect, it got really fun. Exactly. And I literally even play when I'm not playing with you guys. Yeah. Like, I literally hop on and just. Solo queues underrated. Bro, I literally play. I swear to God, I literally play like a game like every morning I wake up. That's good. It's one of those where I wake up early and I literally just want to have an urge to play. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know, and I think it's been fun. I think that's something I didn't have with Call of Duty, because Call of Duty again, like. I think with Call of Duty, 1 or 2 guys could just pop off. Exactly. You could have a guy like this. You could have like a guy like Linksy over here just be on your team, and he'll just pop off for you. I just need to hold one area, and I'll be good. While Linksy can go ahead and be my slayer. It's almost brainless. Like, almost exactly. Like to a point. Almost. If you're not professional, like most of it is right. Like obviously a professional like COD, there is like tactics and plays. But if it's just like pubs and whatever, like, just tell us gotta go, bro. Like I'll be the objective guy. He'll be the slayer. You know, that's pretty much it. Yeah, exactly. And there are moments like that in Valorant where like just be, very very puggy type of play styles where you just entry go in. Oh, and one thing too, I learned what controllers and sentinels and all those roles meant. Before I didn't know what those were. I thought they were just fancy buzzwords. I thought that was I thought that was like, oh, like he's like this sentinel because this whatever. But like I didn't actually have roles. Yes, it's like chess. Once I found out what the roles meant. Yes, their utility is based off of what they should be doing. Yes, exactly. Once I figured that out, it was really enjoyable. So I'm enjoying it. Yeah, we might get like a more hybrid type of like sentinel / duelist maybe in the future, like a chamber. Like a chamber. Yeah, chamber can be played like a duelist, but he's actually classified as a sentinel. Yeah, I thought he was a duelist first. Speaking of which, new update that's coming out. Yeah, didn't they nerf him? Yeah. What do you think about taking away what makes chamber a sentinel? I think that's pretty. I think that one, again, from a guy who's not as experienced as the rest of the people in this room, but I think taking one out, like I think it's kind of crucial, because it's like that's what his sentinel. That's what makes him a sentinel. Yeah, he's more bleeding towards like a duelist type thing, right? But I think he's still good. I think it's not one of those where it's like I don't think it's an Astra type thing where it's like now no one really plays him. Yeah. As much, but I think having one of those, what's that called? It's is it the trademark? Trademark. It's the trademark. It's like, ding. Yeah. The trademark is the trip. The rendezvous is the TP. Right. Yes. Yeah. So I think having one does make a difference. Like I mean, and the fact that you could like, but 2 was pretty cheap. Now I think about it, it's like an alarm bot almost now. It is, but if you, I was watching a video of Hugo breaking it down. If you kind of just decrease the range of it, or even increase, like do what you did with Killjoy, like where you have to be in a certain vicinity, or even that. Right. But like even just making sure that it's more like, it's more noticeable, because if you have to be like literally to your ear to hear the trademark. And the fucking thing is so the range is so wide. Yeah, facts, you have to literally like wide swing that shit. If but you have the space. It's not invisible, is it? You can see. It's not invisible. You can see it, but it's not quiet. And people have found really cheeky places. Like for example, if you're executing on the A site, if you're on fracture, if you're flanking from B, you go out B main and you go into attacker spawn. Right. Those little boxes in spawn, people like put on top of it. You either put it on top or behind it, but because the range is so wide, right. Like at the moment you cross it, you can't hear it. You get don't hit. Have a chance. It's so stupid, and the slow lasted for quite a bit. If you maybe decrease the slow, I don't agree with taking away one trip, but I are more on the side of adding a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. I think we're on the same page where I agree. Like maybe the one trip was a little excessive, but I agree that there needed to be some kind of change. Yeah, he was kind of cheap. That's kind of cheap. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is kind of cheap, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Speaking about trips. This is a reach, but the Valorant community will now be making trips to Copenhagen and to Istanbul for Masters and for Champions. Yes. So yeah, I don't know, Copenhagen, Denmark. That's going to be the next Masters location. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited for that, because they also said in the tweet that there will be live audiences. Yes. Speaking of live audience, yeah. Live audience. I don't know if it's 100% confirmed. I saw it on Twitter though, but they deleted the tweet because did they actually? They had to. Okay. Well, sorry. Well, but anyway, yeah. I hope it is, but
they're inklings that.
But the fact that it's not in Reykjavik, wait, but the other one, it was Berlin before, so I
It
think
was
it's
Berlin before.
true.
Yeah.
It's been
Berlins.
it's been Berlin or Reykjavik the whole time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, yeah, hopefully Copenhagen has live audiences. I'm super hyped for that. Like, I think it's gonna look more like we talked about earlier. Like, there's gonna add added pressure to the players, which I think is like fair. Like, you need that. It's a sports, it's an esports kind of thing, right? Adds that spectatorship, like CS:GO and Rocket League. You already see from those audiences like how hyped they can get.
Yeah.
So and I think again, having fans in the building is the real money
You
maker.
guys just really quick.
It's
You
the
guys
real
see
money
the
maker.
Japan thing?
Right.
That was sick, bro.
What's Japan thing? Not into it.
Someone in this room had to see it when Japan had their qualifiers.
Oh yeah.
Sick.
It was
What happened?
it was live.
It looked like a K-pop concert at Jacob Boys.
Yeah. No, it was live.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually?
yeah.
Okay. It was lit.
It was lit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, they had live audiences.
No, and I think that's the real money maker,
I
right?
I
That's where you're-
literally thought it was just a Zeta Division appreciation event, but it was it was an actual
I
qualifier.
thought it was a K-pop event.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Word,
But
word.
yeah, we talk about it how like it's just more added pressure and how that's the real moneymaker when it comes to all this.
Right.
But because Valorant has been an online / phony LAN event for the last 2 years,
Right.
it is gonna be so different for everybody on the stage.
Right. No, for sure.
And I think the only team that would be well equipped to handle that still is Optic, considering they have actual LAN with live audience experience.
Right.
Everybody else, you've had LAN experience, but it's just facing off against the other teams.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. Like you can already see it with CS:GO. Like some of these events, like you need to be like cold-blooded in these moments, and I think
Yeah.
you're really gonna see players and teams like outshine other players and teams that aren't used to that kind of that don't have that composure.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be fun to watch. Like I'm super excited for that. So I think yeah, and I don't know, like hopefully we can go to Copenhagen or Turkey.
We'll see. Istanbul would be sick.
Istanbul would be dope.
I'm
Istanbul
going to
would be
the
sick.
League of Legends semi-worlds if anyone wants to come in
Toronto?
July.
Is it here, right?
We already talked about it.
No, I'm definitely going.
It's a semis for worlds.
Okay, let's go.
It's in November.
Okay, we're definitely going.
Okay,
I'm
good.
100% going to that.
Semis for worlds, imagine.
Yes.
I mean, I've been to one. I was working
It's
that
at the
event.
Rogers. It's at the. It's
Okay,
at
but this time
the
you're gonna
ACC.
watch it. This time you're gonna be a spectator.
Well, I mean, like I was actually in the crowd at some
Yeah, but you're
moments.
working.
I was working, but I was actually I was like, this is pretty cool.
That's what you didn't appreciate esports.
Oh, I didn't appreciate it at all.
Right,
I was
Catholic,
like,
bro,
just-
you told our friends what.
Yeah, no,
that's
I
their
roasted
homies
it.
what they were doing there.
Oh yeah, but I gave them free pizza. Like,
True.
yeah, I gave them free pizza,
Yeah,
but I also
phony league
roasted the
fan,
shit
yeah.
out of them. Oh yeah. What? I only play ARAM. Of course, I'm a phony league fan. What? Anyways,
Okay.
you know, like you want to talk about live audiences? We actually had the pleasure and the experience of being there at the. It was actually like a month ago, like to the date, which is crazy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We went to the Toronto Vipers Pit 10K at Waves Gaming.
Yeah.
That was
Shout out Wave. Shout out Team
Shout out
Serenity.
Wave. Shout out to Team Serenity. Thank you guys for putting that event.
Super dope
That
event.
was really, 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 really dope event. But hopefully we can bring that atmosphere to a actual Riot-sponsored VCT event. And you want to talk about experience and gaining experience at a LAN event. We have our special guest today that has done exactly that. Ex-LTG superstar, hottest free agent in the market, played for Akuma as well and the Goofy Gremlins, representing at the Valorant 10K event.
Tell him.
Ladies
tell
and
him.
gentlemen, it's the one and only Mr. Romey. What's up? What's up?
What's good?
Hey, the streeter man. So, Romey.
It's all good.
What's good, dog?
What's good?
It's obviously a pleasure having you on our very
course.
first
First, I'm
episode.
glad to be here.
Yo, first episode, we had to get someone special. Look at this guy.
Look at this guy. Look, he's so
Oh,
cute.
You guys are making me blush
He's
right now.
so
like-
cute. But we know who you are.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody here knows who you are. Tell everybody at home who you are.
Well, I go by Romey. I just play Valorant. I used to compete competitively a lot, but right now taking a break. But yeah.
Yo, if you need a superstar, if any Valorant teams watching this, check out what's your handle? Twitter handle?
Romey9.
Yo, check Romey9 on Twitter, yo. I'm telling you. But check him on YouTube too. His YouTube videos are fire.
Yo, his last video was kind of mod. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not even.
Yeah.
I can't even
Yeah.
get. That was actually so.
Romey one and only on YouTube.
Yes.
Romey one and
Romey
only.
one and
Exactly.
on YouTube.
What who do you usually play? What's your role? Usually?
I like to play anything, to be honest. But if there's moments where I just want to just lock in jet.
Right.
So
right.
like,
Okay.
it's lock jet and just frag. Yeah.
Were you usually that guy on your other teams, like on past couple teams?
No. So usually I was just fillings. I played usually like flex. I was usually playing like Sky, KO.
Right.
And then most recently I had to learn Sova. It was pretty hard and annoying, but then I actually ended up like really liking him. So
Okay. No, it's sick. What's it called? So right now you said you're taking a little break. No,
yeah.
It's true. You practicing at all? Like ranked?
Oh, of course. I've just been grinding a lot of ranked, and just like even like filling for like some like past teams, like past teammates' teams.
Right. Okay.
Just filling for their scrims like for a day, and like, yeah, I just don't want to like lose my knowledge of the game or like be behind, you know.
Exactly. No, for sure. I think you definitely need to continue like. You just need to keep playing. It's one of those where if you stop playing, like it's gonna be hard to get back into it. But I think right now you're in a good spot, and I think again, if any teams are interested, check this guy out.
How was LAN?
How was your LAN experience?
How was your LAN experience?
How's your LAN experience?
It was definitely different, or like, well, growing up, I was usually watching like the COD LANs and like seeing all these people. Like, if you shit on someone, you just see them like talking shit.
Yeah.
Like you didn't really see that at the Toronto like VALORANT LAN, but like it was definitely a good experience to have.
That's your first LAN, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
cool.
yeah. So usually when I play, I would like always try to like change my setup. Like, oh, something's not working, I'm gonna change it like right away. But then like seeing how like everyone plays differently. Like there was a guy that was playing with like left hand mouse, like aiming with his left hand. So like,
damn,
it's just more like comfortability and just
Right.
being consistent on that same setup. So
I think I did talk about this with your brother. It's like it's different where you're sitting at home.
yeah,
You're sitting on your chair and like your same regular setup you usually play on, and then you move to this random new computer.
yeah.
It's like a whole different thing.
Yeah, we had to like change everything. Like when we were playing, like you could literally hear like outside,
Right.
like or like even off, because we had to use our own headset.
Right. It's
So
not
you
noise
can-
canceling.
Yeah, so you could
Right.
literally hear like the outside noises from someone else's mic or something.
True.
So yeah.
So you talked a little bit about Call of Duty. I guess give us like a little bit of your background, like gaming background.
So
history.
when I first started playing like games, I was always on a console. It was a PS3. I started playing MW2 Call of Duty.
Hey.
So yeah,
Let's go.
I was
Is that the
mostly
best COD? What's the best COD?
BO2.
BO2 is pretty good.
Your generation loves Black Ops 2. Man.
Yeah.
You guys
But
love
don't get me wrong. Like Modern Warfare, like MW2 is up there.
Yeah,
like
we're-
the sniping was good. The trick shotting.
Right.
Just the one man army noob tube. It was just-
Yeah.
You noob tube two people and you one man army get the two noob tubes back.
Oh, man, yeah.
They remind me of that shit.
We're definitely Modern Warfare like generation. You guys love BO2 specifically.
Yeah, but
yeah.
B2 had jetpacks?
no.
No,
That
no.
was AW.
No, but remember there was one Black
BO3.
Ops.
The BO3.
BO3. That one was good. That was underrated. That was
Is that the one where you can wall run too?
Yeah,
Yeah,
wall
yeah,
running, jetpacks. That was an underrated COD.
That's my second favorite.
BO3?
BO3.
BO3 was good. I like
BO3
it.
was fun.
I don't know, I had abilities in it.
Yeah, but I don't
Was
know.
that Black Ops abilities? Was that the one you can choose like
Yeah,
the,
they
there was
had
like a
abilities.
can
Yeah,
spike
yeah,
the-
yeah,
You had
Word,
abilities.
word.
She
Yeah.
wasn't a
You had
fan.
alts. You had alts.
To be honest, I like that better than what it is now though.
Yeah.
I think that I think
Now
that's-
it's like
'cause
old
'cause
school.
Now it's like old school,
it's
right.
'cause it
Yeah.
feels old now, so.
True.
But I don't know. I think Black Ops 3 was one of the more underrated CODs. Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of find like similarity to COD and Valorant, obviously, because it's like search and destroy. Like Valorant's basically a longer search and destroy.
Facts,
So
facts.
For sure.
yeah.
So what made you want to switch to? Oh, first of all, before that, like before wanting to switch to Valorant from COD, what was the adjustment like from controller to just straight mouse and keyboard?
It was just one of those ones where like you just had to do, like you just had to force yourself to learn it, and like you just had to like practice, and
Right.
just obviously it'll come naturally. Like,
Did it come naturally for you? Was it just easy? Was it like
not gonna lie, it was kind of like I was kind of struggling,
right?
but obviously it takes time and. Like,
How'd you do it? Like, did you do like what's that thing called?
Aim lab?
Did you do
Aim-
aim labs? Did you aim trainers? Did you do any of that, or just play?
Yeah, when I started like taking Valorant seriously, I was like aim labbing like a lot. I was DMing like all day probably, and like
Right.
yeah.
Okay, dope. Yeah, no. And speaking of a little bit of history, I mean, I've known you since you were like.
Since I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, no, I remember this guy being like this
Sensei.
tall, and now he's taller than me, bro.
Sensei and the
Oh
student
yeah,
right here.
he was my sensei.
Yeah,
Sensei and the
yes,
student
sir.
right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could talk a little bit about like our history and like how you got into LTG.
Yeah, so I met Negate through when we were younger. We went to the same elementary. He was friends with my sister, and then I ended up doing like when I got older. Like, I think I was like grade 5, something like that. I went to karate classes with him and his dad,
Right.
and I don't know. I just didn't really find it interesting, but it just wasn't me.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we ended up reuniting because I started playing with Linksy.
Yeah.
And then, like, he was just a mutual, and then we just started reconnecting again, and
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
she's my cousin, yo.
and then you get that was when that was when LTG was like getting into like Valorant, and I was also getting into Valorant, so it was pretty sick. So.
Yeah, and then just like seamlessly joined our Valorant team.
Yeah.
And then he was probably one of the sicker guys in that squad still, I would say. I would think
The best,
so. Yeah.
maybe.
I wouldn't say that.
If anybody,
I'm gonna say that.
yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that for you. If
The
anybody
team was
else
good
is
though.
watching.
I like
We
it.
love you. We love all of you. Just, you know,
But Romey was dope.
Romy was just that guy.
The Zoomer.
Yeah.
That's what they called me.
True.
Sorry,
He's the
LA.
Zoomer.
You're
Yeah,
sick.
he's
You're
the
sick,
Zoomer,
LA.
though.
But
Yeah, anyway.
But yeah, like, what drew you into the game? Like, you said, like, it's very similar in terms of the game style. It's just a longer search and destroy, but very, very different in terms of mechanics and like the abilities and just being a very hero-driven game. Like, what was it that made you say, "Fuck you, Call of Duty. I want to play this game"?
So basically, when it was a beta, so I didn't even know about Valorant, but all my friends were like, "Yo, get the beta, get the beta." Well, I was like, okay, I just leave my stream on when I was sleeping. I got a beta key. I started playing it. I think the most fun was just playing with my friends, cause like grinding a game with your friends. You know when you first like get a new COD and you just play with all your friends like all night and shit.
Right.
But like, yeah, I think that's what really got me into it. And like, cause I didn't even really know how to use like a mouse or key. I never really knew how to aim.
True.
So, I think just vibing with your friends and yeah.
Sure.
Right.
So what got you to stick around? What was it that made you say this is the game that I'm gonna try?
Like the friends brought you there, but they won't made you.
I guess I like kind of noticed like a skill gap between my friends.
True.
No diss to them, but like
Yeah.
I started noticing that I was like getting better, like and improving, which obviously like intrigues me. So I want to get like see how like the best I could be. So
Yeah.
Has the being a competitor or potentially playing professionally, has that always been like a goal or a dream?
yeah, it's
of
always
yours?
been a
Like-
goal of mine. Like whether it was like COD back in the day, like
Right.
I always wanted to compete and like play with the best. So yeah.
Right. So it was like an easy like thing to potentially get into like a
Yeah,
the
and then
professional
once you see like, for example, when I like play ranked or something, I see like
right.
I see like pros that I'm like on my team or
Right,
like
right.
I'm against like playing against. I'm like damn, I'm like really like
Like you're in that
You're
range.
in,
like
yeah.
range. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, that's kind of cool. That's what I like about Valorant too. You can like actually see. I never really got that with Call of Duty, but I guess Call of Duty didn't have really a ranked, like a
Yeah.
really fleshed out ranked system. Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Where you can actually see like this. You can literally see pro players that you're playing with, which I
Yeah.
guess is motivating too.
no, for sure it is.
100%. Yeah, for sure. Have you been like competitive outside of like just gaming in general? Like, is that kind of like your personality?
I used to play basketball like growing up. So
Hey, Filipinos represent.
yeah, I was always playing basketball. I was always playing sports in general.
Yeah.
I also really like volleyball.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
just competing, playing on a team is really fun. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess speaking of, since we're on the competitive topic, you're watching VCT.
Yeah, of course.
Favorite team? How you like? What's good? Like, what do you think?
I've always been a TSM fan because
True.
I even like League of Legends. I always watched TSM,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
like I really want them to do good, but I don't want to get my hopes up as always. So.
True.
So I'm gonna say Optic for now, because I really like Marv, because he's
Right.
also from Toronto. So
Right.
yeah, Marv, Optic, and also 100 Thieves. I
Okay.
really like 100 Thieves organization and how they like present themselves and stuff. So
Did you used to watch like Call of Duty, like Optic Call of Duty back in the
yeah,
day?
like even now till now, because like Hex he still does like his vlogs,
His
and stuff.
Yeah, I fucking love those vlogs.
Yeah, I always watch them. It was pretty. It's like it brings back like old memories. You know?
Yeah, it's super dope, especially seeing like. I guess that kind of seeps through with 100 Thieves and like Nate Shot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
kind of like
100%.
I like watching. It's fascinating to me that the FaZe clans and the Optics and back then led up to what it is now, right? Like seeing Hex and Nate Shot move, and even FaZe and FaZe Banks and all them moving to where it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's super like sick, and I think even this guy and like Ruckus were talking about it. Yeah, like where Optic went literally from trick shots to now winning, being the best Valorant team
like
in
it's
the
so
world.
random.
It's kind of crazy.
But that's what growth is, right?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy when you have these two like really big renowned organizations, and then you have like I guess a Stray and Nate Shot creating his own organization,
Right.
but it's the same type of feel. Like it's very, just in-house, organic type of like growth and all that. I don't know. It's something that we hope to accomplish too as well.
Yeah, no,
But
for sure.
speaking of growth and like, what do you expect to kind of take out of what you're currently doing with Valorant or just around the esports scene?
So right now I'm just mentally taking a break because I've been grinding that game for like since like the game came out.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm just gonna grind ranked right now and probably like start trialing again maybe in the summer, like end of summer or start of September. So yeah.
Yeah, yo, if any teams interested, yo. Bro, what's the hand? Romey9.
Romey9.
Romey9, check him out. Romey one and only. What's your in-game name? Romey.
Romey9.
Romey9. Yo, check him out. Send him a message.
Before that,
Sorry, go ahead.
we have a couple. Going back to the server, we have a lot of big changes. So we talked about Chamber,
Right.
Mhm.
but you being a Jet main more recently, we gotta talk about that. Like, how do you feel about, Jet, that whole dash situation, like how it works, and how do you feel about Jet finally being the non-de facto duelist or just the non-de facto agent?
Like a
for-
go-to duelist.
Yeah, like
basically.
if you look at Fracture now, nobody's playing Jet on
No,
VCT.
they're like taking
Everyone's
Raze
straying
beyond.
away from Jet, which is good. I think it's healthy for the game, but I want to hear your thoughts.
I
about
think the Jet changes it really makes the person playing Jet like play smarter, cause like you can't just brainlessly like walk up with an op and just get a kill dash. You gotta like strategically time it, and peek with it. But I also think it's a buff because like once you activate the dash, you get a kill. All you have to do is just get another kill and you have your dash back up.
That's
so,
true.
So yeah, I think it's
If you get the dash back up, you have to click it again to activate it?
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I still think it's a good like nerf or like balance to the game. So
Yeah, like it's more or less just a balance than it is a nerf. Because you're right, the activation, and then while you're activated, if you get another kill, then you get. Like,
They need a nerf chamber though. Like I think the trip nerfs are good, but I think they need a nerf like the pull out time out of the deagle or like the op.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Like
I've seen so many clips of just people getting pop and then switching
Bro,
up
it's
with
so
pop.
fast.
Yeah.
The pull out of the headhunter is actually
It's a quick
so
draw
quick.
in the Call of Duty.
It's like yeah.
Yeah, it's actually so quick. But I mean, I guess that's what comes with the character, right? But how do you feel about the meta being shifted out of like just Jet?
I think it's good. It opens up like different like team compositions, like with a Raze and stuff. I like seeing the neon though.
Yeah.
It shows like the aggressive team comps, like, especially with like Breach and like Astra not being there, so you could start playing like Brim with the stim and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Stim with the.
You could start comboing like a bunch of
So much. Speaking of combo, this is like gonna be our last, I guess character. But Fade. What are our initial thoughts? Like, I was hearing the devs talk about it on VCT yesterday about how the potential the combo with the fear, the ult, how you're deaf, and then you have like your satchels. You can't hear the satchels while Raze will like jump in and stuff.
Yeah.
That could be crazy. But what are your first thoughts on Fade?
I think she's pretty good actually. When she first came out, her recon.
Yeah.
Like I feel like nobody really knew what to do with it. Like they didn't know you could shoot it or anything. So it's kind of like a Reyna blind. So like people just gotta learn to just shoot it, and like so. But I think she's pretty balanced. Her suck is annoying.
Yeah. Dude.
Like if you learn some nasty lineups, you could do like combo that with like a Raze nade or something.
Yeah.
Like a Breach concuss or like a Breach aftershock. Sorry. But yeah.
And I didn't know that her seed, the dog, if you establish a trail.
Yeah,
It will
it
just-
fucking speeds.
It will just it speed
It
on the
locks
trail.
on, locks
It's like-
on and just speeds towards you.
Oh, is that actually how it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Like you don't have to control.
But
it,
her
you just
ultimate is
fly.
actually sick. So like, for example, if you're retaking, like on defense, and like everyone's like playing post plan. You just ult the other team. They won't even hear like the spike defuse.
Yeah.
So I believe that happened to me in like a ranked game, and like all my teammates like, yo, what the fuck they defuse? Like it was pretty.
Yeah, that's
pretty
crazy.
sick.
Yeah, you could just smoke off the choke point. Just if you're deaf.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like once the trails are established and you throw that dog, oh my god. Yeah, a lot of insane combos, but yeah, fucking sick.
Yeah, I think Fade's a good addition to the.
It's a good, and she's not like super broken.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely play around her or like play against her. There are definitely counters, but she's also great.
She's a good substitution towards Sova.
Yes.
And like smaller maps like Split. You know how people don't play Sova on Split? Like
yeah.
you can play like a Fade.
Didn't Sova get nerfed too?
Yeah, his shock darts
Do
and his drone's a little shorter, and if you get a tag with the drone,
it's only twice.
it's only twice. Yeah.
Do you think because of the nerf, Fade is more viable, or Fade is the like a replacement, or no?
Not on the main Sova. I think the main Sova maps like he's still
the guy. He's still the recon guy.
he's still the main guy. So yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, still good.
Yeah, no, he's still good.
He's still-
Yeah, I still think like even with the nerfs, he's like because there's no other agent that's like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
We
does
like
what he does.
the LTG team. We always said like Sova's always the hardest to learn. Although
Right.
so, yeah.
Because it's the most unique, I think.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tony's dope.
Thank you for doing your diligence.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do, Tony.
Thank you, Tony, for
Yeah,
your
appreciate it.
service.
Thank you.
So to end off the show, we got a couple questions for you, Mr. Romey9. You just answer them as best to your ability.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather have an extra toe or an extra nipple?
Oh,
And why?
extra toe.
Why?
Because what if I want to go shirtless?
Some people have a fetish.
But what if you take your socks off?
Nah.
So you're gonna wear socks forever?
Only on seeing my feet.
True. You're not gonna take feet pics?
Nah, never.
Nah. What if you got paid $100,000 to put feet pics of your six toes on OnlyFans?
Why not?
50K. Would you
Shit,
do
I'll
50K?
get
50K? No.
Not 50K?
Nah.
75K.
100K.
90K.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal.
Deal. Anybody have 90,000?
Yeah, that does. Well, no, he used an extra toe first before I paid him.
Hey, you're right. Would you rather vomit on a baby or baby vomit on you?
There you go.
Well, baby vomit on me.
Why?
I think I'll feel too bad to vomit on a baby.
True. He might drown.
Yeah. It'll be kind of funny.
You don't have to vomit on his face or inside of his mouth.
The babies are too cute to be, you know.
Okay, that's true.
You're so cute. They're too precious.
You're too precious. All right, last question. If you get to spend one night with one agent, who would it be?
One agent.
Yeah, you could spend a night with one agent.
Jet. I mean, her and I already, you know,
You guys already bond?
we already bond on a different level, you know.
You know, inside it out. Damn, yeah. All right, well then there you go. That's it. Yeah, that's
Thank you guys so
that's
much
it.
for watching Spike Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when a new video comes out. But it's been a lot of fun. Shout out to Romey.
Shout out these guys.
It's your boy Rizzy Moves alongside your homie Negate. And we are out. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe down below, hit the notification bell, and if you want to check out some videos, they'll be all the way, they'll be up here, above my head. Alright, bye.